I'm Rob Macdonald, the Vice President of Exploration for Southern Silver, and I'll be discussing our Cerro Las Manitas project located in Durango, Mexico. I am a geologist. I make forward-looking statements. That is my job, and so you're forewarned. And so I'll be focused on the Cerro Las Manitas project. It's a silver, lead, zinc skarn system located in Durango, Mexico. It is presently one of the largest and highest grade undeveloped silver-based projects in the world, with indicated and inferred resources totaling 335 million silver equivalent ounces. In the indicated and inferred categories, roughly 40% indicated and 60% in the inferred category. It's in a well-established silver mining district in Durango, Mexico, and we're surrounded by producing companies. We own 100% in control of the CLM project. In the mid-2021, we completed a $12 million financing. We still have around just under $10 million in the bank, so we're fully financed with a full treasury to complete current drill plans, both on our Cerro Las Manitas project as well as a second project that we've started drilling, our Oro project in southern New Mexico, as well as preliminary economic assessment of the Cerro Las Manitas project, as well as other corporate objectives. The pending company catalysts, things that we have to look forward to through 2022, are our PEA results, and they're due in the early third quarter of 2022. New discoveries at Cerro Las Manitas, as well as new drilling at our Oro project in southern New Mexico, as well as greenfields exploration on a recently acquired project, our Hermanas project, which again is located in southern New Mexico. A little bit of a review of the capital structure. The major shareholders include Electrum Global Holdings. We have analyst coverage from both Red Cloud and Fundamental Research, as well as newsletter coverage from Peter at the Silver Stock Investor, as well as the Caesars Report and goldsilver.com and Silver Chartist. So again, just to reiterate, Cerro Las Manitas is one of the largest and highest grade undeveloped silver-based assets in the world. We sit very comfortably within the top 10 in size of these types of projects, and of those projects, we are the highest grade. And that's mainly because the larger silver deposits are bulk mineable deposits. They're near surface, often with a mixture of oxide versus sulfide mineralization, which can result in complexities in processing and metallurgical work. We are an underground deposit, sulfide deposit, and we have the grade that will allow mining of those types of, or that type of deposit. We also feature an experienced management team and board, experienced mine finders with a history of success, specifically in Mexico. When you look down the list, you'll see a number of world-class deposits, including the Peñasquito project in Mexico, Los Gatos in Mexico, San Nicolas in Mexico. So it's a group of people that know what major projects look like. They know how to advance those projects, and they know how to bring those projects to a production decision, either within the companies that they're operating with, or alternatively through sale of the asset to a producer for the benefit of the shareholder. And so this is the project portfolio. We have 3 projects within the company. We have 2 earlier stage projects located in southern New Mexico, those being our Oro project and our Hermanas projects, and I'll get to those toward the end of the presentation. But the flagship is Cerro Las Manitas. It sits within the heart of the Faja de Plata of north central Mexico, on the edge of the Alto Plano, inboard from the Sierra Madres, the mountains. It's 100% owned, and we've spent over $30 million since initial acquisition of the project in 2011. Recent resource update increased the resource by a third, and again, we're working towards that PEA, and should have results out within the coming weeks. The Oro project is a laramide copper moly porphyry system, and we've just started drilling on that. That started in February, and we continue drilling on that project. And then the Hermanas project is an earlier stage gold-silver epithermal vein system that was recently acquired, and we've just started the preliminary surface work on that project. And so getting back to Cerro Las Manitas. It is a large property package, 345 square kilometers in a prolific mining region in southeast Durango. We're surrounded by producers. We're located just 70 kilometers northeast of the city of Durango. The highway to Torreon runs right through the property. We have power lines running through our property, rail lines running through our property. We access the project via the town of Guadalupe, Victoria. It's a town of around 30,000. This is our base of operations where we have our core shack and our offices. It's a 10-minute drive to get to the project area. We have on the ESG side, we have our permits in place, our exploration and environmental permits in place with the government. We have social license initiatives. We have exploration access agreements with the local ejido. So on that basis, for exploration, we have those bases covered. And to that end, we've been able to complete over 190 drill holes, over 80,000 meters of drilling, and over $30 million spent at a cash discovery cost of only 9 cents an ounce 9 cents per ounce in the ground. This is Cerro Las Manitas, the Hill of Little Mines that we're now turning into a single big mine in the foreground. You can see the divided highway that runs through the property, only 500 meters away from our exploration area. You see the access from the town of Guadalupe, Victoria. It's that goes over the highway. In the foreground is a bean field, and we're out in the Altiplano, and I like to joke we're out in the middle of the bean fields, not the marijuana fields. Makes it a very safe area to be operating in. We're out of the way of the narcos. And at this project, we've identified 6 mineral deposits, 4 on the western side of the Cerro, 2 more recently identified resources, the South Skarn and Mina La Bacona. They were the subject of our resource update in September of this past year. They're located on the eastern side of the Cerro. This will be my only geology slide here, and essentially this is a classic skarn system in Mexico, a central intrusion zone of skarn alteration around that intrusion, which hosts the mineralization. You can see outlined in red, shaded in yellow, whereas the distribution of the mineral deposits that we have surrounding the central intrusion. And then schematically on the right, I've got a cross-section through there that shows the distribution of the deposits, with most of the mineralization occurring in what we call the skarn front, and as well as the South Skarn and Mina La Bacona, which sits within the skarn-altered halo around the central intrusion. There are smaller satellite deposits like the Blind El Sol and Las Victorias, and they're associated with some peripheral dike swarms, felsic and monzonite dike swarms that help control the distribution of the mineralization. Breakdown of the mineral resources, 335 million silver equivalent ounces. It breaks out into 115 million silver ounces and 2.7 billion pounds of combined lead and zinc. And again, these are in the indicated and inferred categories, with about 40% being in the indicated category. It's a large deposit, 32 million tons. Again, I guess some of the highlights here. And this graphic 3D rendering shows the central intrusion, the distribution of the deposits in red around the intrusion. The highlights here are again the silver content. We're up over 100 million ounces, 115 million ounces of silver contained within the deposit. So on a silver alone basis, that is a highlight. There's not that many silver deposits out there that contain over 100 million ounces of silver. We're one of them, and we have nearly 3 billion pounds of lead and zinc to go along with that. And so we have completed a metallurgical test work. We have excellent silver recoveries, zinc, lead, and copper recoveries. We get 3 concentrates being produced, with most of the silver going into the lead concentrate. Colloquially, it's actually really a silver concentrate given the silver grade in it. We've taken those recoveries, built them into an NSR model that is going into the PEA. We have the preliminary mine designs, production scenarios, mine scheduling worked out. We're still working on some of the CapEx, and then that'll get rolled into the cash flow model, and we'll be working on that over the coming weeks. But there is more. We continue to explore on the project. We have two areas that we've been focused on in terms of exploration. The main area being the North Fell site, where we've completed, again, just under 10,000 meters of drilling. That's this area here, and this is to the west of the recently identified La Bacona deposit. New area where we've drilled about 20 holes, and you can see the distribution of holes to the west of the Bacona. You can see the high-grade results, as well as some thick intercepts of quote-unquote mineable mineralization, and it looks like we continue to build out resources there, as well as we've had some success up in the El Sol claim, and again, there is continued exploration there. At our Oro project, it's 100% owned by Southern Silver. We are in the middle of a drill program on this project now. There we go. And on this now, we're planning a 6-hole, 4,000-meter program. We've completed 2 of the holes and continue on that, and so we should be looking at additional news flow coming out over the coming weeks as the results start coming in from that drilling. So in a nutshell, we have our PEA coming out again in the coming weeks. We continue to work with that with the contract engineers. We have ongoing greenfields drilling on our Cerro Las Manitas project, as well as our Oro project, and we continue doing surface work on our Hermanas project towards drill permitting, and should be ready to be drilling toward the end of this year or the very beginning of 2023. So we have lots going on. I invite you all to become shareholders in the company and come along with the ride. Thank you very much.